Well, what's your fortune?
Your everlasting patience will soon be rewarded.
In bed.
What?
You never do that?
Do what?
When you read a fortune cookie message, you add in bed to the end of it.
I get it.
So?
Your everlasting patience will soon be rewarded. In bed. What does yours say?
You must always prepare for the unexpected in bed.
Craig, you just single-handedly changed how I eat fortune cookies forever.
Yeah. By the way, where were you last night?
At class.
At night?
Yeah. History of film. 3-hour lecture.
Nice. You know, you gotta love those 3-hour lectures, man. How was it?
Pointless. We watched a movie, which plot was literally a series of people blinking.
Blinking?
Yeah, basically, we stared at a different person's eyes for 15 minutes at a time.
You know, clearly, there's some artistic value in that.
Jen's in the class though.
Oh, really? How's she doing?
Don't know. Honestly, I've never really talked to her.
Wow, what a bad friend. You know, we've only known her for like 15 years.
Do you talk to her regularly?
Not really, but we had dinner one time freshman year.
Like a date?
I ran into her one day, and then we decided to have dinner that night. But I brought people from my dorm.
What?
Alright, so you know Hiroki?
Yeah.
So, on the way to dinner, I tell Hiroki to pretend to be a Japanese immigrant who speaks zero English, and then he agrees. And then when I introduce him to Jen, he speaks Japanese the whole time.
How did that work?
We had a friend act as interpreter. She spoke Cantonese. Basically, Hiroki spoke Japanese to her, and she spoke Cantonese to him. Funny thing is, Jen was completely convinced it was the same language the whole time.
And she couldn't tell the difference?
No, and we got to insult Hiroki the whole time because he couldn't respond.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but it was funny. And at the end of the night, we all go back to our dorm and we play like Taboo. Hiroki goes back to his room for like an hour, and then he comes back to the common room where we all are, and he says, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" in English, literally 5 feet from where Jen was. Yeah, she was like, "Did he just speak English?" We all started laughing, and we told her the truth.
What was her response?
She's pissed. But then she started laughing.
That's good. I mean, some people wouldn't appreciate your disturbing sense of humor and just never talk to you again.
Maybe that's why we hang out in 2 years.
Hey, gotta leave in like 3 minutes.
What, it takes you like 30 minutes to get to class?
Not exactly.
Where are you going?
I gotta catch the end of this lecture for a class I had last year.
Why?
I'm gonna try to sell this reader to someone.
Damn, Paul the businessman.
This thing cost me 120 bucks. Hopefully I can get at least 70 bucks back.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
I'm just gonna wait in the back of the class like a drug dealer waiting to peddle his goods. I gotta leave in 2 minutes.
Great. I still only have like 20 or 30 minutes before class starts.
Don't you have homework or something?
Of course not. I'm a comm major. It's still only week 1.
Come on, Greg. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to kill 20 minutes.
Man, I already finished Angry Birds last night.
How about Words with Friends?
Okay, you see, the problem I have with those games is that people don't respond promptly enough, and then like it goes on for a week.
Maybe you can try interacting with real people?
So I can bust out a Scrabble board and go play with them.
Not that, I mean you can meet some new people.
I meet enough people, and I don't want to deal with the awkward interactions.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, man, it's like you meet them at a party, and then like a week later you see them walk into class, and you don't know what to do, if you should acknowledge them or whatever, and then you give them like a really pathetic nod. And then the next time you see them, you try to go out of your way not to make eye contact so you don't have to deal with the awkward moment. Man, it's not worth the hassle in my opinion.
So you're saying you should never meet new people? Don't you want to increase your Facebook friend count or something?
Look, I do not believe in adding Facebook friends until I've seen them on 3 separate occasions, or if I want to sleep with them.
Good philosophy. I can see why you're still single. I guess maybe the problem with meeting new people is that you always have the same boring conversations, you know?
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm from Pasadena. I'm a communications major.
Super interesting. Like anyone's gonna remember that after talking to them.
Yeah, I wish it was more like, Hola, me llamo Esteban. I'm from España, and I major in making love.
It's funny because if a person doesn't know you, he has no reason to think that you're not telling him the truth. Unless you take on a persona as stupid as that one.
Shut up, cabron!
Wrong country. Right, I'm gonna head out. Time to make some money. Go find something productive to do, man.
Yeah, later.
Yeah. Why don't you ask him? Hi, excuse me. Do you happen to have an iPhone USB charger?
Like an iPhone charger? Actually, yeah, I do.
Can we borrow it?
Sure.
We really appreciate this.
No problem.
I'm Christine, by the way, and this is Sam.
Hi, I'm Peter.
Nice to meet you, Peter.
Cool, so what's going on?
Sam needs to check an important text message.
My brother's on the way. Should I tell him to meet us here?
Sure.
Was that the important message?
Yeah, his brother was supposed to meet us, but we didn't know where he was. I'm meeting his family for the first time today.
Oh, he said he'll be here in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thanks, man. My phone just died.
Anytime.
What did you say your name was again?
Peter.
I'm Sam.
Yeah, your girlfriend told me. I hope she's your girlfriend. I didn't make any assumptions.
Yes, I'm his girlfriend.
Cool. So, you're gonna meet his parents for the first time.
Yep.
Excited?
Well, I'm kind of nervous, to be honest.
You shouldn't be.
I can relate, actually. I met my girlfriend's parents for the first time last week, too.
Really? How was that?
I think it went well. Like, I sucked up a lot to her dad, and I mean, I know her family means a lot to her, so I want to make a good impression. And, you know, she's someone I care about a lot, so I want to make her happy.
Oh, isn't that sweet, Sam?
What can I say? I love her.
What is she like, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, no, not at all. She's my most favorite thing to talk about.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, her name is Jenny, and our friends call us Jeter. It's kind of like a couple nickname thing.
Cute.
Known her since elementary school, and she's just someone I've always liked, you know? She's so fun to be around at birthday parties and, like, recess. It's kind of like a grade school crush. It's kind of embarrassing. I went on till high school until I finally asked her out.
Oh, you guys are childhood sweethearts.
Yep.
Oh, tell us more about her.
She's just perfect. You know, the right mix of funny and smart. She's into basketball as much as I am, and we like the same kind of music and movies. She's just someone that's always gonna be there. Someone I can always talk to.
Oh, you guys sound like such a nice couple.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Did you say you've known each other since you were kids?
Yeah.
But didn't you just meet her parents?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, actually. She grew up with her aunt and uncle because her parents were missionaries in West Africa, so she didn't really get to see them. It's only recently they came back to retire.
Oh, that's so noble of them.
It is, and Jenny has the same big heart. She's just great. I'm really lucky to have her.
Oh, she sounds so sweet. Can we see a picture of her?
Actually...
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh.
I know you just met us.
No. It's because she's the one that normally takes all the pictures. She's a photography major.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't even know we had that major here.
We don't. She goes to a different university.
Where?
USC.
Really?
Yeah, so, I mean, I call her every night, and I see her on weekends.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, enough about me. What about you guys? When did you guys get together?
About 4 months ago.
Yeah, during a study session for a midterm.
Nice. So what class was it for?
Oh, it was a random communications class, 19th century technology.
Cool.
Well, weren't you in that class?
Nope, I don't think so. I'm a math major.
Are you sure? Because there was that guy that sat behind us, and he always mocked the professor, and your voices sound pretty similar.
No, Sam, I remember someone saying that his name was like Gary or something, and we never actually saw what he looked like.
I'm pretty sure I've never taken a communications class, and it sounds like a romantic one because you two got together because of it.
I was just using him because I was failing the class.
That's really funny because 70% of college relationships start that way. And then the next 20% start because of extreme desperation, and the last 10%, I don't have a joke for that one.
You're funny.
Actually, the last 10% start because of sharing blue books, and that's how people fall in love. I'm gonna end with that joke.
So, where are you from, Peter?
Oh, my brother's outside. We should probably leave. Thanks for letting me use this.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Oh, I'm still kind of nervous to meet them.
Oh, don't be. Use a lot of compliments and mention how much you care about your boyfriend here. That's what I did.
Okay. It was so nice meeting you.
Yeah. Christine. Peter. Sam. Well, take care, I guess, and good luck with meeting the folks.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, you look happy.
I just got into the class I was waitlisted for. I can finally stop worrying about my class schedule.
Congrats. I can tell you're a physics major.
Oh, I am! Jason, by the way.
Bobby.
Oh, I'm so pumped I got in. No more stress.
Yeah, save for the stress of actually taking the class.
Oh, that's okay. Everyone said there was no way a freshman could get in.
Whoa, yeah, that's a pretty ambitious schedule for a freshman.
It just means I can graduate earlier.
What's a rush, man? It's like my 6th year in college.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a grad student.
Oh, cool! For what subject?
Math?
Is being a graduate student hard?
You know, it's tough, but it's manageable.
Is it true that you guys have, like, no free time?
What do you mean?
Like, do you still go out with friends and party and stuff?
Not as much as I did as an undergrad, but I still do fun things.
Like what?
Do you play fantasy football?
No, I don't really follow sports.
But do you understand the concept of it?
Yeah, it's like you pick players to be on your team, and when they do well, you get points.
Exactly.
Right? So you spend your free time playing fantasy football.
No, let me explain. So you know us graduate students are TAs for undergraduate classes?
Sure.
That's exactly what I'm doing for my calculus course. So, me and a bunch of TAs, we pick students that we think will do well for the midterms, the exams, the finals, and from there create a fantasy calculus team consisting of the students in the course. We have a huge draft and everything.
Do all TAs do that?
It's recently getting more popular, but it makes TAing much more exciting.
Are the people on your team just students in your section?
Not always. We look at the class roster before the quarter starts, and then we pick students based on GPA in previous classes taken.
Wait, TAs have access to all that information?
Ah, sure. We have a huge database, and we Facebook stalk students too.
Facebook stalk them? Why?
It's all part of the strategy. We look through pictures, and we look for students that look like good students.
How can you tell?
We'll avoid picking students that are shown with red cups in their hands and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not all. We also look at a student's friend count. Generally speaking, the less friends you have, the more likely you're going to have high grades. Because if you're not hanging out, you're probably studying.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of effort goes into this picking of the fantasy class roster.
Wow. I can't believe TAs play this game.
But it's really fun. Man, the winner of my group gets $300 and a small trophy with a pi symbol on it.
Is there anything else you guys bet on?
That's the most popular, but there's other things that we like to bet on, like who can get the most office hour visits, or how many times a cell phone will ring in section, or who can teach a class drunk. You know, stuff like that.
Wow, Bobby. Can't believe graduate students play that game. I mean, it seems pretty shady.
Let me tell you something, Jason. The higher you get in education, the less moral it becomes. Us graduate students are so jaded that we'll do anything for entertainment. Well, someday you'll understand. Yeah? You thinking about going to grad school?
Yeah, I guess. It's something I've actually thought about quite a bit. I plan on graduating in 3 years, getting my master's, work probably in research, eventually buy a house, get married.
You have it all figured out, don't you?
I like to plan things out.
That's a dangerous way to live, Jason. You know, sometimes you've got to give respect to chance. Do you like your major? Do you like what you're studying?
I guess so. I mean, I get pretty good grades. It's not super interesting,
Then what is interesting to you, Jason?
I don't know.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, Don't commit to something you're not passionate about. I'm already years deep into studying a subject that honestly I've lost complete interest in, and I'm too far along my path to change.
Wow. Sorry.
And if it weren't for Jenny, my life would be miserable.
Jenny?
She's my wife.
You're married?
Yep, and I have a kid on the way.
Congrats.
Yeah, but I have a family on the way, and I need to make money quickly. Okay? Jason, what makes you happy?
I've always loved film.
Oh, good. But that doesn't mean you're still gonna love it in 3 years. Okay, in this point in your life, you need to test the passions that you have to see if you can do it for the rest of your life. I'm not saying drop out of college, be a screenwriter. I'm just saying keep your mind open to your surroundings.
I guess that makes sense. I've always had this idea for a movie that's kind of like Harry Potter meets Star Wars. Kind of like Hogwarts School for Jedis.
God, that sounds great.
Maybe I should start writing it. I already have the plot figured out and everything.
You should. Do what makes you happy.
I should go. It was nice meeting you, Bobby.
Good luck, Jason. Good luck.
Hey, Greg.
Jenny!
Jenny, no one ever calls me that.
Sorry, I meant Jen.
How have you been? I haven't seen you like forever.
Yeah, that makes sense because I've purposely been avoiding you this whole time.
This is Michelle, by the way. Hi.
So, do you want to sit?
Yeah, sure. So have you been hanging out with Paul? I saw him in one of my classes last night.
Actually, me and Paul kind of went our separate ways after his fall into alcoholism. It just hasn't been the same since he left rehab.
Wait, seriously?
No.
That's right. I can't trust anything you say after last time.
What happened last time?
Greg convinced me one of his friends didn't speak English.
Well, technically, he convinced you.
So, how do you two know each other?
Greg is...
We've been best friends since grade school.
Not true.
We've known each other since grade school.
That's cool.
She was this really skilled freeze tag player, if I do remember. Jen also had this horrendous cootie problem.
Funny, you're like a less cute version of Pinocchio.
She single-handedly caused the massive cootie outbreak of 2001.
I should get going.
I was just kidding.
It's not that. I actually have to be somewhere.
Class?
No. Do you know Anthony?
The Asian one?
You know him?
Not really. If anyone asks me, do you know him? I usually say, the Asian one. Normally it works.
He went to our high school. He just transferred here. Used to be on the track team.
Oh, wait, yeah, I do know him.
We're dating now.
Like, Facebook official?
No. But I'm gonna meet him in like 5 minutes. We're gonna go see the new Ryan Gosling movie.
OMG, he's so hot.
Are you staying?
Yeah, I think so. I have class.
Okay. I'll see you tonight. Don't believe anything he says, by the way. It was nice seeing you, Greg.
Yeah, go enjoy Gosling's abs and say hi to Anthony for me.
Sure.
So, how do you know Jen?
We're roommates.
Does she snore?
A little.
Thought so.
So, what's your major?
Agriculture?
Seriously.
What? You don't think people can be agriculture majors?
They can, but I'm pretty sure they don't offer that here.
Yeah, well, shows what you know, because I'm about to go to my advanced hoeing class.
Advanced hoeing.
Yeah, you need to take intro to hoeing as a prerequisite.
Come on.
I major in honesty.
That's a good major. What are your career plans?
Plan on going to graduate school and then after becoming an anti-lawyer.
Is that the best you could come up with?
Sadly, yes.
Jen made it seem like you were good at lying.
Lying is such a negative phrase. I like to call it a social experiment.
Why do you lie? Is it a sick game?
Why do you make me sound like such a bad person? Which I'm not, probably. And I assure you, it's merely for fun.
At the expense of other people.
Well, I did just pretend to be a guy named Bobby, who's a graduate student to a freshman. Oh, actually, I think I convinced him to drop out of school.
Really?
Kind of. I mean, I told him to follow his dreams, or some generic inspirational message like that. Turns out his love for his major wasn't too high.
So, tell me about your Bobby character. Is he just a graduate version of yourself?
Not really. He's a TA for an undergraduate class in the math department.
Is that your major?
No, I told you already, it's agriculture.
Come on, Greg.
It's communications. But I was really good at math, like in elementary school.
So this kid just believed you?
Yeah, I can be really convincing with my characters.
Okay, so what other personas have you taken on for your victims?
Before that, I was a guy named Peter, whose girlfriend had parents who were missionaries in West Africa.
That's really specific.
Yeah, because in reality, my girlfriend's parents are missionaries in South Africa.
I'm gonna take that as a lie.
Well, if I had a girlfriend, they would be. Are you smiling because I peppered in the fact that I'm single?
Not really.
Harsh.
So your real name is Greg, but you pretend to be guys named Peter and Bobby?
So?
There's a story of a lovely lady.
Oh my gosh. That must have been my subconscious or something.
So as your brief time as Peter, you pretended to have a fake girlfriend.
Well, technically she was the same girlfriend when I was Bobby. Well, by that point, she was my wife.
Wow. Can you describe your wife to me?
Alright, well I said she was, we were childhood sweethearts, and she likes basketball. And, oh, she was carrying my child.
Wow, you really go all out for your characters. Does your wife have a name?
Actually, her name was Jenny.
Interesting. Any correlation to Jen?
Of course not, we're not childhood sweethearts.
She also doesn't like basketball because she never joins me when I have it on at home. And I'm pretty sure she's not carrying your child.
Yeah, well, you don't know that.
I want to get to the bottom of why you lie so often.
Because I don't know who I am.
Or are you projecting somebody that you want to be?
Why are you analyzing me? Are you a psych major?
I double in psychology and dance. I hope one day to open a practice to cure depressed patients with my movements.
Seriously?
Can't tell I'm lying.
Touché.
What time is it?
1:47.
Okay. For the next 2 minutes, let's have a real conversation. No lying.
That's no fun.
Where are you from?
Spain.
Come on, Greg.
From Pasadena. I'm a third year and I work part-time at a bookstore. There, I've answered all your standard questions.
Surprisingly, yes. And that was supposed to kill 2 minutes. Shame.
Or what about you? Major.
Sociology.
Year.
Third.
Favorite color?
Orange.
Backstreet Boy.
Nick Carter.
Good choice, me too.
Do you have class soon, or do you just sit here lying to strangers?
Can you think of something better to do in your downtime?
No, I just spend my time checking my fantasy basketball team.
Nice. You have a fantasy team? You know, I have a really funny story about the guy who was just here. Where's this class of yours?
South Campus?
Me too.
Are you lying?
I could show you my printed schedule.
I'll trust you, Greg.
Do you want to walk together?
Are you gonna convince me to drop out of school?
No guarantees, Michelle, but I can promise to be good company.
One condition. You have to tell the truth the whole way there.
Sure.
Do you swear?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. But if you lie, I'm heading in a different direction.
Like a promise. I won't lie to you.
What's this?
It's a fortune cookie message.
You must always be prepared for the unexpected. In bed.
Nice.
Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe.